start like this. He's just cross your feet. I drive down, and I get the underhook. Boom, my knee's pinned. I come here and I start finding his feet. I find that top one, right? Find the top one, clear it off, come back and hook. And then here, I just settle back. I don't want his knee to pop. You feel it? Yeah. I don't want that to pop. I want to be right above it. And I settle back, belly down on him, and I'm just hanging tough. Okay? And then we're just going to practice getting to this position. This is your home base position. I don't want him to be able to stretch this foot. See? I need to keep that hooked. If I'm back here lazy, stretch your foot. See right there? And then we're back. And then I got to come back and re-click him. Come back and hook. Settle. And two, I'm not passing right now. The other thing too is if I'm wrestling one of you young guys, I'm going to wear you out for a second, get all tired. Okay? Because you know what's funny about wrestling and getting tired? The top guy never gets tired. It's the bottom guy. Okay? So, can we try this really quick? I'll walk around. If you got questions, let's get to it. 1, 2, 3. Because of the power ride. So, instead of me coming in like taking you down and pressure passing you, or two backing away and standing up, here what I'm doing is I'm just putting a hook in. I'm literally just stepping in with my hook like this, and then I'm forcing the staple pass. But I'm hooking him and he's hooking me. Like it's actually like I'm butterflying you and you're head butterflying me, right? So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna grab this knee right here, cup it, and as I start to staple down right here, I swing over the top. See it? Got his leg. And now from here, I'm going to come back. And then I'm going to resettle back in. Right back into my home base position. And I'm just sitting on his legs right here. And right now I'm being polite because I'm on my knees.
Thank you.
But when I'm like that really sucks. Okay? Yeah. But I'm back here. All right? And two, I don't want his knee to pop. If it pops, it's fine. I have all answers for all of it. But for now, we're just going to talk about this home base position today. Okay? Right to here. All right? So one more time. Here. Step in. This is literally cut as you were cutting it. Because we have the same position. But I'm attacking him from a superior position. So I'm going to drive him down till my knee touches. I'm going to back step and bring my arm over the top, pull his leg. And then I come back and kick him right to here, okay? And then I'm just hanging out, get your position. All right, this will be your second entry. We do this? All right, 1, 2, 3. Anytime you do a basic staple pass, if you mess up a staple pass, you pay for it, right? Because look, let's just say I'm like this. And I just do this right to here. I staple, and then my foot kicks off. He crosses his feet, and then you get stuck. You have to maintain the staples. Do you guys just know just like basic windshield wiping? Yeah. Right? So watch. Anytime I staple one, I back staple. So now, see this position? Is this the same position? Yeah. Yes, without this leg. Because first position is I'm over the leg and sitting on it. Second position is without the leg. Or even here, see this? This is a super common position, right? Now what happens is it starts like this. Go ahead, hook me. It starts like this. So anytime I get hooked like this, the first thing I do is I just keep the pressure, keep the frame on me. First thing I do is I just hook that off. And then I clear that one, and I come back and I rehook. See what I'm doing? Okay, so, but this is the same position. This is your stapling. See what I'm saying? So anytime I'm in any position, I'm using my legs, like even like right here. If I start tackling him, I'm immediately going here, staple, staple. Now, if he tries to hook me and sweep me, oh, you got the hook? Get the hook, get the hook. He tries to sweep me, boom, come back. You see what I'm doing? I'm just hanging tough. But what I don't want to do for right now, because we haven't talked about it yet, is pass. There's no reason to. Because if I pass, now what's going to happen? I'm going to pass the guard. I'm going to cock his head this way, clear my foot, I'm back into the mount, and then he leg hook escapes me. There it is. He's right there. See, I leg hook escaped me. And now, if he leg hook escapes me, see right there, that's as far as you're allowed to go.
Yeah.
Because the counter, watch this. I'm on the mount. I slide right to here. He captures my foot. He's going for the leg hook escape, right? Well, he can't turn his body into me if I stay over here, right? If I stay here, turn into me, stuffs it, and then he comes up. So your primary entry is either the staple pass from half guard, or if I'm on the mount, just cut the mount. What I do is this, I give it to him. I just go, here, oh thanks, here you go. And I'll come back, capture his foot, and I'll right back into it. There's no point in me mounting. Has anybody ever been on the mount before and you just get bucked right off? Or bridged off or shrimped off? Right? Except there's like one guy at your gym, and when he mounts, you can't get out of it. It's like a Gordon Ryan mount, right?
Yeah.
So I have one of those guys at my gym. And I can't mount the way this guy mounts. Like, I just can't do it. It's just not my body type. It just doesn't work for me. So we have to have what we call equalizers or neutralizers, right? So this position is for everyone, because as long as I don't care about having my foot stuck, can I still submit him? Can I still submit him from right here? Oh yeah, man, my favorite one right here. Bam. That's the easy one. That's just the dummy lock. Shit down, bam. Toe hold. So we're here. Everybody's good on this? So you got two basic entries, sitting on his leg. Oh, if I need to hold him, so we're gonna do just a pressuring drill really quick, where we're gonna get to the position, when I say 3, 2, 1, go, I have double underhooks. Pressure this way, pressure that way, and I'm just holding him. He's gonna do everything he can do to try to get out, and I'm just holding him. And I'm keeping everything tight, and I'm just holding him. We're gonna do that first, and then we're gonna learn how to bait and sit up, and then we're gonna submit him. Cool? All right, so I want you to start in your half guard, like this, smush them down, get the underhook, clear the foot from that, here, and then sprawl your knees down and just arms hug just like this. And you're just gonna hold for 30 seconds. And I want him to fight like a Tasmanian devil. See, I like this one here. Because now I pass this way. So when you underhook me, you see it, now watch. When I pass, because we're gonna talk about this. When he underhooks, this is the way I pass. Because when I pass, boom, see I got the arm killed.
Big space.
I've been there.
Cool, so get the position, I'll get the timer out. We'll wrestle it for a second just so we can learn the hold. Okay? Do it a couple times and then we're gonna get into submissions. 1, 2, 3. However you want to enter. If you want to enter from the butterfly, do that. If you want to enter from half guard, do that. I just set this up right to here and I let him underhook me and then I bring my hand over here. And when he goes this, if I thought he was trying to sweep me, I keep my hand here instead of back here because sometimes they'll grab it and they'll bump it and that shit hurts. So, but I'm keeping my weight on it. I'm coming back. I captured right to here now. And now I'm starting to wiggle back to get position. And when he starts to frame me just like that, just like this, basic, perfect position to start. I bump, capture, and come right to here. Okay? So I have the head and the arm. This thing is all the way around. I'm capturing. I see how his shoulder's up. I'm going to drive his shoulder down. And I'm pushing with the balls of my feet. That's just the beneficial part. I'm pushing with the balls of my feet. And then from here, I'm going to rise, cut over, come down, and sprawl. Okay, now some people are taught head and arm here, here. You can do that if you want. It's a move, it works. I don't. I do it like this. And 2, I have a little extra piece. I don't know if you feel my shoulder in your throat. Yeah, I put my shoulder right in your throat, and I just make it just, it sucks. Okay, so real quick, I'm stepping in, boom, so I capture right to here, come back, capture, and then I start to kind of just frame off of him, and then here, bump. Now, it's not over the arm, it's under. Wrap, take his ass down, put that shoulder on the mat. And see I'm driving, okay? Can't really do anything with his knees, right? Because I'm just pushing. Cut, right to here. Now, he'll feel my shoulder. You feel my shoulder? And then I spur up. Okay? My hands are like this. When I come in and squeeze, you're going to see my hand go like that. This hand turns. I'm not like this the whole time. Boom, right to there. I drive my shoulder right into his throat and squeeze everything in his sides. Okay? Cool? It's kata katami. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. The other thing is, too, just the same move. All right? Here. She may not take you down. Okay? He starts to frame into me. I bump him, and I get right to here. And I try to put him down. He goes down to his shoulder, but I can't get his shoulder down because he's just turning. So his back is exposed. So I'm gonna keep my left hook in, all right? And instead of just being here, I'm gonna come up here and grab my sleeve like this. And I'm gonna start transitioning up and out. Camera person, if you wanna come closer. Because as I'm here, like this, sit right there. I can't get him down, and I can't do this. So and he's doing that. So I'm just gonna come right here, hand under the neck. It's just gonna go right here. And then I'm gonna keep holding. I'm gonna slide my knee up to his back, and I'm gonna make ninja chop. And I'm gonna start rubbing it right behind his ear, right to here. Now, once I get it to here, I'm like this. See my hand, this is flat. I'm just gonna start wrenching it. Make the hole small. Okay? Don't be like 2 fingers. Don't be 3 fingers. Try to be all 4 because you'll twist your fingers up real quick. All right? So I'm in. Get all my fingers in my gi. Rub it. Slide up right to here. Now, you feel it? Now I'm going to just twist. Bam, there it is. Because I was here. Turn the car. And this is just like a simple one because I'm here wrestling. I'm wrestling. All right, screw it. Boom. Start sliding up until, see, I can kind of even fall back with him and finish it. It's not a big deal. So, take your left hand, everybody, left hand, scoop, fingers, ninja, boom, just like that. And you're just gonna kind of go, boop. That's the move. And you get good at these. Okay? Cool? Sure. So, arm around the neck, can't get him down, hook it, bring it in, ninja chop. All right, 1, 2, 3. Forearm frame. We clear the arm, we got head and arm choke. Can't get them down, we got Ezekiel, right? So now, let's just do the complete back take that everybody wants. It's sexy, okay? We're here, Blake. Okay, so all the same stuff. I'm coming in, boom. He's trying, we're maybe falling and sweeping, cool. I'm here, I come back, I hook. And as I start to come up, he starts to frame up on me. I bump him. And I just get that head and arm position. And I push him back down. But now what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna start sliding up, pulling him over the top, and I'm gonna start catching. See, I got his arm? Yes, sir. Come back, feed the lapel, right to here, bring him back for the bow and arrow. Okay? 2, we're playing like this. I just use my elbow, bring this in. Come over the top. I don't want to be here with this arm here because if he traps my arm, I'm totally screwed. Okay, that's why I'm always over the top. Okay, and then let it go. Boom, come back. I'm here. I kind of snafu him. Clear. Take him down. Start sliding. Come right to here. Immediately capture this arm. Hook it. Okay. Take a second. Get a little beard choke. In here, grab the pants, pull him back, cross, hit that bow and arrow choke. Now, everyone, that's a lot for you newbies, okay? So, if you're like blue belt and up, you should be hitting the bow and arrow. White belts, this is what you're gonna do. All the same stuff, over the top, come back, I'm here, push away, turn him. I'm gonna come up right to here. We're gonna get right to here, just like this. I'm gonna pull my arm out, slide him up, and hit him with the back choke, or rear naked choke. Now, you can have your hooks in, or you could be here. I am not blessed to body lock people. So what I do is cross my feet on the outside of his hip. I don't cross my feet on the inside because they'll ankle lock. But if I'm here like this, I'll either put that foot there as a break, or two, see how that foot comes underneath? See, I got my hook right there. This foot comes underneath, hooks, and I pull back. Feel it? Mm-hmm. See, now it's a little bit harder for you to twist into me. Yeah. And then from here, arms underneath, you got the rear naked choke, or the back choke, or the short choke. I don't give a shit which one you do. Okay? Does everybody understand? Sure. All right, so we got the more experienced version and the lower grade version. All right, 1, 2, 3. You know, a lot of times, like even like here, I'll just come in and I just sit on him, get that top foot, settle in, and I start to like frame, and then he puts his frame on me. And you see that right there? Dude, I just love this so much. So now what's gonna happen is he's framing me here, and I'm gonna clear it like I did, but instead of coming under the arm like I did, going this way for the head and arm, for the Ezekiel and the back take, here I'm gonna go over the arm. I'm gonna grab his wrist. And when I grab his wrist, I'm gonna just push it through that hole right there. And I'm gonna capture it right to here. And then here, I'm gonna come and snake up underneath him, and I'm just gonna buckle him down and start to squeeze. And if I can't get this choke here, I'll pull my hand out and khabib him. Sucks up. All right, so here, I push over the top, I grab his wrist like this, and then I start to feed. See, I want to move his key so you guys can see. I'm pushing his hand through and capturing this. And then I'm literally just coming up underneath his neck, and I'm getting that V all the way around. And as I kind of ride up on him, pull my hand out, and squeeze. Okay? No need to jump and take his back, do any of that other bullshit. There's no point. I'm on top of him. Why would I want to leave? Okay? And two, it's kind of like, oh, I'm just going to lock the door so you can't leave, right? Because that's the whole point, all right? So we're here, clear, over the top. Grab that wrist. When I grab the wrist to push it, the little detail here, camera person, come over here. See my hand right here? Is I twist. I don't just push it through the hole. I twist it. See that right there? Totally sucks, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. That sucks right there. And then I punch. And I just kept riding up on him. See, even here, boom, I'm up high, still on top, bam, squeeze. Don't roll off and pull him on top of you. It's done. Cool? Sorry. So, what do they call this? The Dagestani headlock or whatever.
Easy smish.
I don't care. It's just good. It's good. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going over the arm, right? Okay, so because the under the arm took us to the back, the over the arm series now takes us to the other side. So this is a fun one, okay? I really like this little setup right here a lot. So coming in, capturing, getting to my headquarters position, stepping up, he's framing me here, slam it down, okay? Now when I slam it down just like this, if I could come over and I get this underhook. So I got overhook on the top arm, but underhook on the bottom arm. That's so good. I like this. Okay? Because now what's going to happen is I'm going to just keep climbing up. Right to there. Okay? So that's one. So I get the cutting arm bar, and then he pulls his hand down, boom, and then I get the other. It sucks, doesn't it? I love it. It's so fun. Okay, so I'm here, and two, this position's also just a riding position, okay? Because when I capture over the top and I clear all this, and I'm here like this. Now, instead of me sitting up on him, everything that we've been learning today has been from the sit-up position. But you see, like, I'm here right now, and I start turning my body. You see how I'm behind your tricep? Mm-hmm. And then I just start digging this out, and I'm just cupping this shoulder. And it's like he's having a hard time getting his left arm back. He's having a hard time getting his legs back, and it just sucks. And when he tries, he's going to, for me, have to go back to his back. and his movement makes that work for me. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's a little more like pressure-y, but let's just do it the other way so we can learn. Okay? So as I'm clearing and I get all this, boom, I sit up, he gives me that frame, I clear, I'm over, then under, and then I smush him back down. Once I smush him back down, I'm gonna let go of my feet, and I'm gonna start climbing up, because I got the position to the side mount. Here, and then I bite to the S mount. His arm is in my armpit, I pick which one I want. This one here, I'm talking on the telephone, the old school telephone, that one where you pinch, they had the cord on it with the thingy. Here, I'm down by his shoulder. I find my little ratchet right here, and I find his elbow. And I just slide up. This is like a slice. I slice up until I get it. There's the tap. Then from here, I'm in the armpit. I lean there, or if it clears, I catch. Here, you can catch just like that, and then finish the armbar. Don't do that. Okay? Never. Especially in a street fight. Don't ever sit back on an armbar. That's the dumbest shit you'll ever do. Okay? Don't do that in a street fight. Don't do it in MMA. If you're doing it in gi or no gi, it's fine. Okay? But I'm on top. I'm winning. Because if it fails,
You're still on top.
you're still on top. Right? Never not be on top. Okay? Cool? We try that? 1, 2, 3. When I get into position, guys, I'm here. Or two, like, how about this? Sounds like the same thing. Did you see it? Okay, good. All right, so now, here I'm like belly on him, and I'm trying to get behind his elbow. See, I'm behind his elbow with my body, and two, I'm just gonna be here in the armbar. And it's super dumb, because like, I'll get in here, I'll start grinding on his face a little bit, and then here I'll just grab it, pop like that. So here, and then I got wrist lock right there. That's just like stupid shit. And this isn't my jam, but this is gonna be your jam. Okay, watch. I'm controlling this arm, right? Because what did I do? I'm going over the top. So I can over the top and underhook with that one. This one though, I can pull, start to capture here, right? And then start clearing off and punch and going for Darce, just like that, right? So that's a Darce. Okay, so other ones, this is for me a really good law enforcement one that I really like. If he starts to frame, sits up here, I'm just literally gonna wrap, hit the arm wrap, just like this. Okay, and the arm wrap can turn into more back take stuff. I can come through here like this, or two, as I get this one, we'll finish this one. I get the arm wrap, my secondary hand comes up and finds this top collar. Okay, if you can see here. This hand right here is grabbing the top collar, and my thumb is flipping it. So when I'm here like this, I'm flipping this, and then I'm gonna start sliding up right to here, okay? Now, as I'm got my hand in this collar, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna let his hand go. And when I let his hand go, he's gonna straighten it because he doesn't want to be there anymore. Come right to there for the choke. See that? So I'm just hanging here. I could be sitting back and trying to take his back, but like I said, I don't want to be there. So I'm just here like this, and then I let his hand, or he pulls his hand away. See the momentum? And this collar is flipped, and I get it right there. Now this hand can come back behind the neck. Don't be here, because he can defend that easy. He can just pull that off. See my armpit? In the armpit, touch the floor. That's 1, 2, 3. As long as that hand's in the collar, you always gotta choke. All right, so let's go arm wrap, feed the lapel, slide up. Let them have their arm, because they're gonna want it. Feed the lapel, snake it behind the neck, that's called a half Nelson. Then you got the high-low, then you got the knee. There's 3 easy submissions with one hand in the collar. All right, 1, 2, 3. If you get a cross grip like this, and I snap and I get right to here. Do you know this one right to here? And when I get right to here, you know that one? That's a loop choke. Come back. So that was with the underhook. If I get right here, I snap and I put your elbow on the ground, and then I go here like this, run you through. That's a loop choke.
Full speed?
Huh?
Hey Joe, that's the one that Fink does.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where do you think you learned it?
Oh, well that makes sense.
Wait, can you do that? Can you do that one again?
That one?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand how you did that run.
So you got underhook, overhook.
Okay.
Okay? Right? So underhook, overhook, super simple. Now, you can do it from standing, but a lot of times I'll be here and guard, and I'll be kind of like sitting up like this, and what I'll do is like, if I can't sweep you, like, if I can't sweep you, blah, 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 here, I'll come up, I'll punch, technical stand up, and I'll wrap, boom. And see here on this one, this is like a cow catcher, right?
Yeah.
But with a collar. So I just kind of take it and I whoop-de-doo you over, and from here I'm just gonna sprawl on your face. Boom. So that's that one. That's the underhook. Now the overhook, when I do the same thing and I snap you down, I snap you and I loop. Now from here I pull your elbow, and then I'm gonna take this hand over the arm behind the neck. Now you see this big ass hole right here? Here, I roll underneath, and now, see here? I bring my hip underneath, okay? That is some loop chokes from there. Then, you got like butterfly guard, where like I'm here like this, and I might try to sweep you. Boom, that happens. See right there? So now what I do is I snap, boom, and I take it.
That's a sexy kazushi.
Huh?
I like that kazushi there.
Yeah, well sometimes, but I'm kazushiing you. Do I want to sweep or do I want to choke you?
Yeah.
So if you want to choke somebody, you put a sweep in front of it. If you want to sweep somebody, you put a choke in front of it. Or an armbar. You see what I mean? You guys got to think in twos. If you don't think in twos, you're just going to be a singular fighter. You're just going to be like a one-punch Johnny. And you're never going to get anywhere. You're just going to get beat up. So you have to start thinking at levels, like blue belt level is about taking 2 moves and putting them together. And then at the purple belt level is about taking 3 moves and putting them together. Now, 3 moves or 2 moves, because like we look at the concept of chaining moves together, right? So like I do a move, he escapes. Can I borrow for a second? So let's say he's in my guard. So like I do a move, I go for an armbar, right? Can I do the armbar? Let me be in charge, Joe. So I'm here. Let's say he pulls his arm out. Now I go try. That's a combo. It's a submission combo, right? Now, let's say, so that could be 1 move fails, go for the next. Or I can be here like this, trying to sweep him. He sits back on me. When he sits back on me, I choke him. That's a combo. I went for a sweep to a choke, right? Or 2, I could be up here like this, trying to choke him. See how his hands are doing that? And he's pushing my arms together? Cool. And then I get the sweep. Okay? So that was a choke to a sweep. Now, let's go 3s. Now what has to happen is we need the kazushi, right? We need the kazushi. Because what's the problem is at the level of purple belts are now released to the wild, and this is what's happening. I can't get my hand in his collar. So I'm trying to get the hand in the collar, I'm trying to get the sleeve grip. Every time this happens, you rinse it back. So I can't do a choke to a sweep or a sweep to a choke. So now what has to happen is I gotta come up with something. I need to kazushi him. So I might just arm drag, and then here, get my hand in the collar. Then he pulls his hand back, and then I'm trying to sweep him. Okay, boom, right there. As I go to start doing this, and my feet are on the hips, and he starts defending my hands. Okay, boom. Now I start doing this, and then I start doing this, and I'm chaining everything together. So now I need that setup. Set up, choke, armbar. Set up, sweep, choke. You need to have what we refer to as entries. Does that make sense? Because we didn't wake up in the guard. You know what I mean? You didn't wake up there. So now you've got thinking like threes. And then you start to think in fours when you get to become a brown belt. You see what I mean? But by the time you're a brown belt, what is fours? It's just multiple combinations of two.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you go out and you're a decent blue belt and you've got good combinations, 2-hit combinations, choke, sweep, sweep, choke, armbar, choke, choke, armbar, and you've got all that, right? Then you just go sweep, choke, armbar, sweep, and then you're a 4-hitter. But because remember, 4 moves is just 2 sets of 2, right? And if you've done a decent job as a white belt to a blue belt, all those moves at one time were taught to you individually. Then you learned how to pair them. Proper pairing, when we did the kickboxing tournament or the kickboxing seminar earlier, what did I tell you? Move with purpose.
Yeah.
Having purpose in each position and understanding some basic principles of, oh, their arms across their body or their hands are here and stuff like that. We learn about offense and defense, right? You can't be 100% offensive. You have to be defensive too at the same time, and it's just going to be percentaged out. Like, okay, I'm 70% offense and 30% defense, and that defense might come in the forms of pinching your knees a certain way, holding your hamstrings tight a certain way, pinching your elbows a certain way. You know, can I borrow you for a second, Joe? If he's like on his back, right? Turn on your side here, face the camera so they can see. See, like right here. Now look. See, you feel this? Feel all the weight in my feet?
Yes.
Okay? Run your hips forward. Boom. See that? I wasn't being defensive with this foot. I was being offensive. Because when I'm offensive, I rock and I swing for the armbar, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now do this. Now I'm going to sit on him. Now I'm going to be defensive. Go. So this is defensive work. Feel it? What am I doing? Can you feel it? I'm pinching, but I got no weight on that foot. It's weird, huh? Because look, feel all the weight?
Yeah.
Feel all the weight now? Is it on my foot? It's on you. See what I mean? So I'm offensively defensive, or I'm defensively offensive. And you got to know where all those little pinches are, because as you guys become a blue belt, you're trying to like pinch, you're trying to close the holes and all the pinches. Can I pinch tighter? Can I be tighter? Can I have more weight on them? You know what I mean? Like right now I got 30% of my weight on the floor and not on the person. How can I get all my weight on them? Those are just little things, right? From the attacking perspective. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Yeah.
Got a super random one. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what this position is called. But from guard, I have them in guard, in closed guard, and I will put both my hooks in, get grapevines, and stretch them out.
Oh, yeah, okay. What do you do from there?
Right now, that is just a way for me to catch my breath, basically.
Yes. I use this in MMA all the time. Okay? Can I borrow Blake for a second?
Yes, sir.
Blake's an MMA guy. This is one of my favorite defenses from the bottom of guard for MMA, okay? And it works for sport. So, in MMA, he can be punching me. Bang, bang. This is terrible, right? So I want to tie him up first, hold him, right? And then what I do is I push my hammies out like this until I find his feet, right? And then here, I'm tying him up, and then I stretch him for a second. And this is like just the hold. If I can hold him here long enough, referee might stand us up, right? But what he's going to do is pop his foot off the hook. Yeah, see that right there? Boom. Good. Go back. So when this happens and he goes to do that, boom. Come on. Oh, look at that. Thanks, butterfly guard. See what I mean? And then, you see here? And then I can start framing.
Got it.
Yeah? So the butterfly guy, that's where it takes you.
That's what I was wondering. How to button that down.
Yep. Yes, it's a wonderful move. Okay? And I use that. That is our primary When we get taken down and put in the guard, it's the first thing we do. Drop the hook, stretch them, because then they can't hit you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then,
I hit that often.
right, yep.
I'll go to leg locks from there too.
Yep.
If you can push up in the armpit,
Uh-huh.
grab a leg. If I can push up in the armpit, sets up all my
Yep.
leg locks.
You don't know how to do that yet, but yes,
Yeah.
it can be done. Okay,
Ideas.
cool.
Yes, sir.
Coach, you wanna, well, why don't we line up and bow out, and then if anybody wants to stay and do some rounds, you guys can do some rounds. Okay.